that's the number one thing is you go through camp and the light at the end of the tunnel's here, and our guys are excited. We're obviously excited about it. And you said here the Monday before kickoff, exciting time, and just ready to get back on the practice field tomorrow and get going and get ready for Saturday.
What's it feel like for you? Your first game going in as a head coach. Just your feeling going into it.
Yeah, just excited. Excited about what our players have done, the things that they've done since we've been here, and just our staff and just the work and everything that's built into what'll the moment will be on Saturday. So excited about that. Just a great opportunity, great start. Being able to start right here at home in front of our fans and community. I think that's a big deal. It's vital for us, and excited about the environment that our kids are going to be able to play on and perform on Saturday. So, that's exciting. Just anxious about that, excited to get out there, and, just, again, excited about that environment. Our kids, they work hard and put themselves in a situation to play in that kind of setting, and especially at home. And, just like you mentioned, it's going to be a big-time environment, and, we need to make sure that it's advantageous for the Cowboys.
Go and open it up.
Coach, what do you know about Southern on the field? I know they bring a lot back as far as experience. What's the preparation been like, and what do you know about them?
Yeah, as far as 17 returners back, 9 of those guys on the offensive side of the ball, pretty much every position in the 2 deep has a senior at it, which is pretty rare. When you're able to coach on teams that have experience, that's valuable. It's very valuable to have that. So that's something they carry along with them. They're carried by that D line up front. Really starts with Champion right there in the middle, and then Lunkin at linebacker wearing number 1. I think those 2 guys are, they really set the tone on that side of the ball. Successful program. They've had success, coming off the season they had last year, being able to play in a championship game. Then offensive side of the ball, Lampke's a good quarterback. He's obviously a dual threat guy that can do multiple things with his feet and putting the ball in the air. So, they're a good football team, and opening up with those guys, you've had an opportunity to prepare for them. Kind of unlike any other game, just maybe an open week would be the only time you could compare that. Where you get maybe multiple days of preparation. So, we're just continuing preparation for Saturday.
I've studied Malzone and all those guys, and the thing that I can't, for the life of me, I can't understand, and it seems like it's the hardest thing that they're going to do if we're going to spread and all that, is the communication. The press box to the coach, to the receivers, to everything. You don't have to give any things away, but how in the world do you get it all done? Those 4 or 5 people that have to know it.
Yeah, it's no different than a team that's going to huddle up or whatever. You still got to communicate the play somehow, some way, whatever that is. So we're no different in that, and it's what practice is for. Practice is not only fundamental technique, but scheme as well, and communication. So, those are things that go all the way back to spring ball, continued this summer, and then carried in obviously fall camp. So, those are things that that are vital to us. We make important, and they know and understand the things of how we wanted it communicated and how it's going to get done, what that process is, and our guys understand that.
How many coaches you have in the press box?
There'll be 2 guys up there.
Is Tom Hayford one?
Coach
Landon.
No, he'll be on the field.
Coach, with earlier today on their teleconference, Coach Odom says one of the biggest factors of the game is kind of going to be the unknown, because you guys obviously don't have any real film that they can study. Do you feel like that's at all an advantage for you guys, even if it's only early on in the game?
No. The things you got to do is go back and be fundamentally sound, technique sound. You got to take care of the football. You got to tackle. Be sound in special teams, and those are things that that we're preaching about. That they got, new DC over there as well, you know, so there's an unknown with maybe anything they got going on their side of the ball as well. So, you know, just going out, being fundamentally sound, go back to those things that we make important, and you know, just play at a high level early on.
Coach, when you got here like last December, early on, evaluated where things were, what did you think was the most important thing that you needed to accomplish before this August 31st, and how has that gone?
Yeah, I mean, you really go into probably January. I mean, once you get into off season, you know, at that moment you're just evaluating really just skill set, you know, from just a movement standpoint. You know, that's what's hard. It's all in periods, you know, in time periods. Like, you got to truly wait till spring ball to really see the true skill set of a guy. Does he have, you know, ball skills? Can a kid backpedal? You know, can he get off blocks? You know, so it comes kind of in waves as you take over a job. You know, you don't just get to go out the first 3 weeks and see really what you need and want to see. So it's progressive as you go through a program. You know, so going back, I mean, you just see those guys' movement, strength, and stuff like that. You get an idea. Then you get into spring ball, then you get a real chance to see, you know, what can a guy do with the ball in his hand, or when he's, you know, trying to tackle a guy, or can he strike somebody. So, you know, you're just making those evaluations as you go on. I mean, obviously strength in the weight room and stuff, but just, you know, really with all that, just being a great football team. You know, that's going to go back to our La Familia, and us just being a great football team together and playing in one direction. You know, and from a defensive standpoint, you know, being physical, playing with a physicality, you know, and then just being, you know, sound in special teams, you know, and then playing with a physicality and a tempo on the offensive side of the ball. But, you know, that'd probably be the things that we attacked.
Coach, has all the rain affected your team condition-wise?
No, I mean, we've had to move around and be in the rec some and all that kind of stuff, but I mean, we had a great summer. You know, all that goes back all the way to the summer. Our guys, Coach Kyle did a great job. Kyle Little did a great job getting our guys in great shape going into camp. And then what we do is we utilize camp to progressively get better, you know, for the season. The way we practice, our guys have done a really good job. You know, they've done a great job about hydration and just that aspect, the nutrition part of it, the rest part of it. So those things are vital to us, things that we talk about, we make important. That we're invested in, and our kids are as well. So, you know, from that standpoint, you know, we haven't missed much at all on the field. You know, been fortunate with that.
You can't, you can't practice with 17 or 18,000 people. You know, how do you prepare? Can you prepare for a type of atmosphere? You know, with the band, the fans, everything like that that's going to happen Saturday. How do you approach that?
Yeah, I mean, you can. You know, you can do things as far as like music or noise that's just there, but be able to replicate that, I mean, you really can't. You know, and just you got guys locked in and focused, you know, playing in those kind of environments and things and coaching in them. You know, as long as you're locked in and doing the things that you need to do, you know, I mean, it can obviously, you know, be minimal with regardless of what's going on in the stands.
This, I'm not familiar with this, you know, the spread and everything. And everybody that I've talked to or got any information from says that you have to practice, and you got your with the spread and all of that, and you got to go out and practice, and you got to practice it the whole practice session.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, again, I'll go back. You know, whether if you're a huddle up, you know, 21 team personnel or 22, whatever it is. I mean, you got to go practice it, and whatever you believe in. I mean, I think you got to show up at practice every day and do that. We just, you know, we believe in one thing and a style that we play at. So that's obviously the way we, you know, really set up the practice schedule and how we practice and how we operate, you know, in all three phases. You know, so that's just going to go back to different, you know, schools and coaches, what their beliefs are, and all ours goes hand in hand with each other, you know, about how practice is set up.
Well, last question. do y'all do the RPOs and everything in addition to the spread that you're doing and actually the options? You got
Yeah.
Options in there?
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do some of that stuff. You know, we do some of that stuff. So yeah, I mean, it's part of what we do.
With it's been a lot of rain. Do you feel the team will be ready if there is rain on Saturday night? And also, I know you guys practice mostly on the grass. Do you feel like there'll be any? Will there be any big adjustment or small adjustment to playing on the turf on Saturday?
No, I mean the thing that with these kids, I mean it's an adjustment for them to practice on turf more than it is for them to go play on or practice on grass rather than go play on turf. You know, they've grown up. Most of these kids are playing on turf, so they're used to it. I mean, it's nothing that concerns us. We've been on the turf a few times, so you know they've had their cleats in the turf and all that kind of good stuff.
It's not gonna rain.
There you go.
That's meteorologist Johnny Simon.
No, yeah.
You run a spread, but that's not just to throw the ball every day. You run the ball quite a bit. I mean, a lot.
Yeah. I mean, we'll run the ball and I mean whatever it takes to win on Saturday is what we're willing to do. You know, we've done it both ways. We've thrown it, a ton to win, and we've ran it more to win. I mean, whatever it takes, we're willing to do, and just kind of see how the game takes us.
I've seen playback stuff. Murray from Oklahoma and Orgeron for us with the same, almost with the same play, going back and reversing and either run or throw it.
Yeah.
But they just look alike.
Yeah.
Sorry, Coach. Sorry, I wasn't here last week, and if you answered it, my apologies. But I just wanted to ask, when it came to Colin, I don't know, is there anything else you can say about it? And even if not, I guess just what is a loss like him, just do for the depth of your offensive line?
Yeah, I mean he's anytime, especially up front, you got minimal big guys, and when you lose one of those guys, it obviously affects you. Especially the kind of kid he is. Can't speak on the injury. We fully expect him to make a full recovery, but just hate that we lost a kid at that position and depth wise and all that, but just excited about his recovery.
When you get married?
Haven't set a date yet.
Okay.
That was a legit question.
Not on a Saturday. Not on a
I thought he was
Saturday.
proposing.
That was a legit question.
That's what he was proposing.
No,
The bye week.
Mike Easton
The bye
told
week.
me to say that.
Anybody else have anything? Again, we'll have the post-game press conference in here, and then we'll have a couple of players that we'll bring in here as well. Please, again, have get the word out. Tickets are still available, and then media will have availability with players Tuesday and Wednesday afternoons after practice.